Hi guys, the Benidorm enthusiast here. Any ideas where we are today? Yes, we are up at the Cross, an iconic landmark of Benidorm, and a place I believe everyone who visits Benidorm needs to come at least once in their lives. So for today's video, we're going to be showing you the route up here, but also giving you an idea of an excellent mode of transport to get you here. Yes, we're going on electric bikes. We're getting our bikes today from Teo Bike, which is just off the Levante beachfront at the Rincon end. If you turn off by the Lazy Cow Bar, you can't miss it. You can also reach them by the Avenida Mediterraneo, a little side street just opposite the casino. They're really helpful in here. Come in and have a chat with the guys, tell them about your plans. There are different bikes to suit different routes. Just come in and see them and they'll let you know which ones are best for your ride. Electric bikes don't do all the work for you, so bear that in mind guys. You do have to pedal, it does require a little bit of effort, but that's all part of the fun, at least I hope so. They've got loads of different bikes here at Teo, different bikes to suit different routes. As we're going uphill to the Cross, we've chosen this one, which they recommended for uphill. It looks like a beast, doesn't it? I'm sure it'll get us there, no probs. This will be €20 to rent for a half day and €30 for a full day. We're going to be taking the most scenic route, which starts at the end of Levante Beach. Let's go. It might take me a bit of getting used to this. I have been on electric bikes before, but not for a long time. So if the camera's a little bit wobbly to start, I do apologise. Hopefully it'll smooth out along the way as I get used to it. We're taking the very last strip road at the end of the Levante Beach. I think if we were to do this ride straight up, it'd take us about 30 minutes. We are going to be stopping a little bit on the way to show you some of the views, so our route is probably going to be closer to about 45 minutes. You can walk this route, of course, if you prefer. It's about 3 kilometres to the top, a steady route. A steady walk, so it would probably take you around an hour, I reckon. This is the most scenic route. There is a quicker way up to the Cross, but it's quite a steep hill and there's not a lot to see up the other way. We'll bring you back down that way after we've visited the Cross so you can see that route. Lovely and breezy. Our first stop-off point is just after the Bahia Blanca restaurant. This is a viewpoint called Punta de Penet, and you can see right out to Benidorm Island, as well as one of Benidorm's smaller beaches, Cala Almadraba. We explored that area in a little bit more detail in a recent video. If you haven't seen that, check back and have a look. Okay, on we go. Got into quite a nice rhythm on this bike now. I am pedalling, but it's not too tough. It does get steeper as we get further along on this route, though. I'm sure I'm going to break a sweat at some point. See how it goes. Not even on full power yet either on the bike. Very impressed with this bike. I think I should have been on the bike path to my right, but oops, my bad. Okay, at this point we have to sort of turn back on ourselves. It's a bit of a pinpoint turn. That'll take us up, 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 up and away. Heading past Marita's bar now. And this is the last point at which you can grab yourself a drink. It's not open today actually, but yeah, normally this will be the last stop where you can get yourself a drink, a bite to eat before you get up to the top. There's no more shops, there's no more bars further up. I've got myself a frozen bottle of water. Hopefully that'll keep me going right the way to the top. Oh, this bit's getting a bit tough. Pedal a bit harder. Windy as well. You've got a sharp right turn now. A little roundabout as you get further along, and this is where a lot of people go wrong on this route. You want to take the road to the right. If you go left, it'll take you all the way around the top and take you back down to Rincon de Loix. So keep right and follow the road all the way up. Starting to get a bit steeper here. I might just be breaking into a bit of a sweat. I think we've gone about halfway now into the Sierra Helada National Park area. Beautiful up here. Very nice and peaceful, and some gorgeous views. think this is probably the toughest bit of the ride. It's pretty steep. I'm having to pedal quite a bit. Not for the faint-hearted, I've got to say. But we will troop on, keep going. I think this is a little viewpoint here. Let's take a little look at this stop. There's a little gap in the trees here where you can get a peek through over the Rincon de Loix side of Benidorm. We're higher than the Melia and the Levante Club hotels here. You can see we're just peering above them, but we're not even halfway up what is Benidorm's third tallest building, the Torre Lugano. On we go. I think we've got about 10 minutes to go until we reach the cross. Forgot to turn the bike on. Some pretty impressive properties up here. Millions and millions of euros worth of real estate. I'd love to have a nosy inside some of these, see how the other half live. Not sure I'd want to live all the way up here though, it is a bit out of the way. I might just take one as a holiday home. Better get that lottery on when I get back down. I can feel my legs pulling now. Good bit of exercise though, and it'll be worth it when we get to the top and check out those beautiful views. There you can see the cross, first glimpse of it. Far to go. This bit's tough. Have another stop off when we get at this roundabout. Look at the view from here. About 5 minutes to go now. We're nearly at the top, and from up here you can see we're towering above probably about 99% of the buildings down there in Benidorm, but we're still not quite as high as the tip of Torre Lugano. Down there behind me is Benidorm's smallest beach, Cala Teocheimo. You can't quite make it out from here, but you can see a winding path which takes you to an old watchtower. We'll take you there on another video. Okay, let's go, the last leg. I'm hoping this bit gets a little bit easier because that last bit was pretty tough. I definitely wouldn't like to be doing this on a normal push bike, I have to say. I have walked up here. Only once in 22 years of living here have I walked. It's a lovely walk. It's not an easy walk either, but it is beautiful. This is the last stretch. There you can see the cross just coming into view. You can get a taxi up to this point, but this would be as far as a taxi will go. There's no more vehicles past this last bit, so it's about another maybe 300-400 metres to the tip of the cross, the base of the cross, and then you've got to walk up a pretty rocky, rubbly path. We made it! This is as far as we can go on the bikes now, so we're going to lock them up and do the rest up to the top by foot. The last stretch then up to the actual cross. Now this path is quite rough, there's lots of loose rocks, so you want to make sure you've got something decent on your feet. If you are walking or getting a taxi, I would not advise coming up in flip-flops. A good pair of trainers will do it. Let's go. Yes, we have arrived. Get a load of that. That view is absolutely stunning. I've lost count of how many times I've been up here, but you do forget just how breathtaking those views are. It looks like a postcard and it makes you feel like you're on top of the world. The original cross was placed here in 1961. The objective then was to redeem Benidorm from its reputation of being a sinful place. Bikinis had only just been allowed to be worn on the beach, and that was still considered sinful at the time. So they placed the cross so that to prove that Benidorm was not such an immoral place as people thought. I'm not sure they quite succeeded with that. It's still considered by many to be Sin City. A storm tore down the original cross in 1975 and it was replaced by one made from train tracks. That didn't last too long though. A few years later it was replaced by the cross that we see today, which is made of metal and lights up at night. From up here you can really appreciate the size of Benidorm. It is a massive resort, almost like 7 or 8 different resorts all rolled into one, with each different area offering something different for its visitors. Something for everybody in Benidorm. What a place, and people wonder why I live here. Gonna head back down to the bikes now. This should be the easy part of the ride, the part I've really been looking forward to. A nice steady downhill glide, taking in all that scenery. Off we go, back down the mountain. this is fabulous. Oh, loving it. It was worth going all the way up just to get that rush down. And when we get to the roundabout, it is a one-way system going back the way that we came. So we're going to do a hairpin turn and show you a bit more of Benidorm. Definitely get used to this downhill riding. It's much more fun than going up. if you were walking, you could have carried on that slope down where we had to turn off for the one-way system, and that would have brought you out here. And this road leads back down to the Avenida Mediterraneo, which is where we hired the bikes from. Down the side of Port Benidorm Hotel, single pubs. There you go guys, we made it back in one piece, and what a fabulous day we have had. I'm going to feel it in my legs tomorrow. I'm sure I may be a little bit stiff. It does require a bit of effort going up, but coming back down, oh my god, that was unreal. I absolutely loved just gliding down the mountain. That was something else. So if you're thinking of going up to the cross, you know the route now, and Teo Bikes is a great option of getting you up there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you thought in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click on the beer mug in the corner, and also check us out on our other platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.